Welcome back, everyone. My name is Tank, and today we're going to be talking about Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Cardano. I'll be giving you guys my thoughts about where we currently are in the market, as well as where we might be heading in the near future. We got a lot of activity coming in on the charts, so we're going to jump right into things, starting off with Bitcoin's 4-hour time frame. And at the time of this video, we are currently trading Bitcoin for $32,540. Unfortunately, that's a little over 6.5% to the downside from yesterday's high of around $35,000 to where we are now, guys. Yeah, that's 6.71% to the downside, or $2,351 in all. Unfortunately, guys, we were actually unable to maintain the trend that we've been setting over the past week of making lower highs. And let me show you guys what I was talking about here. Since about June 26th, to where we are now, or at least to yesterday, we were making lower highs on the Bitcoin charts, illustrated here by these yellow lines here. Let me zoom in so you can see it a little bit better. But as you can see, Bitcoin was consistently making lower highs. It wasn't anything spectacular, but we were slowly climbing to the upside. And around 11 o'clock Central Time, that's when Asia woke up and just said, nah. And that's when the price started coming down. It's unfortunate. It is what it is, though. We are where we are. We can only work with what we got. So we have to see where we are on the charts. And let's do just that. On the 4-hour time frame, Market Cipher B, you can see that RSIs are starting to flatten out. We are starting to create a pretty deep anchor wave. It isn't quite deep enough for me just yet. I do like to see my anchor waves below this 60 line here on Market Cipher B, but we are getting there. Let's go ahead and take a look at the 3-hour. The 3 hour is looking even better. The RSIs are flattening out, starting to go sideways a bit more. The anchor wave is getting closer and closer to that 60 line, so we are getting pretty deep in oversold territory. 2 hours looking even better. We did get a double green dot on Market Cipher B printed. We are below that 60 line for the anchor wave. RSIs are starting to turn up, so again, signifying that we are a bit oversold for the current moment. Now, that's not to say that we can't see further price being pushed down to the downside, because we can. Matter of fact, if we go to the 1 hour, I'll show you that one yellow X that popped up on Market Cipher A. And of course, I'll show you here as another example. When we came down on the 1 hour, printed a double green dot with a deep anchor wave around that 80 point on Market Cipher B. We did start to rally and then just got rejected again with another red dot here. So it's not to say that we can't get further manipulated down. We can, guys, but right now on the 2 hours, 2 hours looking really good. 3 hour looks like it's just waiting for further confirmation. And the 4 hour, again, same thing as the 3 and the 2. So there's that on Market Cipher B. My thoughts about the whole situation, guys, is we're no longer making lower highs. Unfortunately, that trend was broken last night when we broke past that $33,500 range. So I'm just gonna take these off here on the charts. What hopium I can give you guys is, if you guys go ahead and look at this time frame, this yellow line that I printed here, let me go ahead and make it a little bit more precise on the wicks. This is July 1st and July 2nd. If we can find ourselves just above this yellow line, then that would mean for the weekly that we're still in an uptrend, just by a little bit. It's real hopium, guys. It's nothing to get like overexcited about. But if we can get ourselves above that yellow line, the least we can do is possibly go sideways. And if we can go sideways for a bit longer, then I'll take that, because what that's going to do for us long term is create a more solid foundation or support for the Bitcoin price around that $33,000 to $35,000 range. Again, I said it in yesterday's video, guys. I think that's the most important thing to be focusing on right now. It's just really creating a solid baseline for the Bitcoin price. We just don't want it to go below $30,000. Like, that's been the fight for the past month, basically, right? Unfortunately, it is looking like we may test that level again. And you guys know the saying, the more you test support or resistance, unfortunately, the more likely you would be to break support or resistance. So again, we don't really want to get too much further down in the Bitcoin price. We want to stay above this line, which is about $32,753. So we need to find some kind of support. Not much, but we need to rally a couple of $100 to close to or at least $33,000 by the end of today. All we can do is sit back and find out what happens. If you are in a trade, please make sure you have tight stop losses. Don't overextend. Definitely wouldn't over leverage right now. I mean, you could do what you want to do, but that's That's you. It's not financial advice. It's just a suggestion to everybody. You know, life advice, I guess, is to never be fully extended. Never be fully extended. Anyway, going into Ethereum's chart, guys, let's see how Ethereum's holding up here. Ethereum broke the trend line. I told you guys yesterday the only thing that I was looking at on the Ethereum chart was this trend line. It was holding up quite well, guys, as you guys can see over the past little over a week. Ethereum was just bouncing, just on a tear to the upside, guys, from a low of about $1,700 to where we were just yesterday was for around just shy of $2,400, which was what was that in all? That is a total price increase from yesterday's high of about almost 40%, guys. Almost 40%. So wow, that was a course of 11 days for 40%. That's insane. But unfortunately, we did break the trend line, guys. We are on a tear downwards. I want to say tear. I'm using that word. I don't know why I'm using that word so much. Let me correct myself. We are on a move to the downside. We need to find some kind of support here. The last time we were at this level, you can see here, was July 5th, was just a couple of days ago. So if we can find some kind of support here and rally back up to this trend line, I'm still going to leave it here just for reference sake, but if we can find some kind of support here, rally back up to $2,200, that would be the best case scenario for Ethereum. Let's see what the charts are telling us, just like we did for Bitcoin though. On the 4-hour, we are starting to create an anchor wave here. It kind of looks similar to what we did here. Let's go ahead and look at the 3-hour. 3-hour, things are starting to curve out, starting to round out with the RSIs. We are getting a little bit oversold as far as the Market Cipher B is showing us. We are getting kind of deeper on the 3-hour anchor wave. Money flow is still coming in, so that's good. Go to the 2-hour. 2-hour is just where I want things to be. 2-hour looks really good on the Bitcoin chart and Ethereum chart right now. The 2 hours is where I'm going to focus and give you guys hopium. 2 hours looking really, really good. Now we got to see if the 2-hour can hold that support and give us the support we need to kind of maintain where we, at least where we are currently. But yeah, 2 hours looking really good. RSIs are starting to point back up. Deep anchor wave. We haven't printed further confirmations, but what I mean by that is those green dots on Market Cipher B. But everything else is looking good, looking like we're oversold territory on the 2-hour for Market Cipher B. I bet the 1-hour shows, yeah, the 1-hour, we just recently printed a double green dot. On the 1-hour, we have a really thick, big anchor on the 1-hour. RSIs are super, super low. So again, it's a kind of a lagging indicator, but it does tell us that things are a little bit oversold currently. Not to say that we can't get further pushed down, because just like I said with Bitcoin, we definitely can. I showed you guys that, right? Those yellow X's pop up. That means market manipulation. And if Bitcoin drops, everything else drops. Now, right now, Ethereum is holding up quite well in comparison to Bitcoin, but that's only because of the hype and the narrative of ETH 2.0 being right around the corner. Now, people have their opinions about it, but a lot of people have bullish opinions about it as well, and that is why Ethereum is holding up better, in my opinion, than the Bitcoin chart. It's just simply because of that development happening with ETH 2.0 right around the corner. There is other things happening within the news, within the institutions and stuff like that, like Grayscale unlocking their hold-up times for their investors. And there's a lot of speculation that people are going to be dumping the price. This, I don't know exactly. I might be wrong. But this could be part of it. Was it around today? Was it today? I'll have to look it up. Guys. I don't know. I don't want to say that. But this could be it. This could be in anticipation of that coming up, you know, with Grayscale. People might just be getting out of things before that hits the market. There's a lot of people saying that when Grayscale unlocks things for their investors, those investors are just going to sell off, you know. I don't think that's necessarily going to be the case, but it could be. This could be in anticipation of that. Then again, this could be Asia doing what it needs to do, because China is really locking things down with cryptocurrency in all forms, not just miners, but they are locking everything down in preparation of launching their digital currency themselves. So China's not playing around, guys. I made a video not too long ago, about a month ago actually, telling you guys why, the truth about market manipulation and why I thought things were dipping down low. And I told you it's because of China. It's because people are literally running for their lives in China. They don't play there. And I'm not making accusations. I'm just giving you guys the facts. In China, it's a lot different than here in the West, guys. It's a lot of times do or die scenarios for them there and their people. So, you know, there's a lot of things going on that is pushing this price down. So you got to keep those things in mind when you're looking at the charts. It's not just people here in the West or just institutions here in the West pushing the prices. You really have to think about the big picture, guys. All in all, I'm not too worried long term. I do think very soon Ethereum is going to be seeing higher prices. Again, I said yesterday, if Bitcoin could just go sideways, actually, let me go ahead and kind of zoom out a little bit more. Excuse me, let me just do this. If Bitcoin can do this for the remaining of the summer, that really opens up the doors for a DeFi summer to happen, guys. I know it's not ideal, but if Bitcoin can maintain this 30 to even 35,000, I'll broaden my range a little bit more, guys. If Bitcoin can stay within 30 to 35,000 for the summer, that really opens the doors for a DeFi summer to take place with Ethereum and ADA on the forefront of that run for DeFi, guys. I'm being very, very serious when I say that possibility is there, and people need to keep that in mind. We don't have to have those parabolic gains just yet for Bitcoin. We don't. We can just let it go sideways and create a base layer of support here at the $35,000 range and let the alts and DeFi section of crypto run. That's a strong possibility. But going back to Ethereum, short term, guys, we are on the 8 hours seeing red X. Let's go on the daily, let's go on the daily, see what other things are saying to us real quick. Daily 7 hour. Yeah, red X again, 6 hour, same thing. We didn't get a red X there. Okay, but yeah, we're seeing things play out, guys. All we can do is sit back and let them play out. We gotta give it time. We gotta give things a chance to breathe. We gotta let things play out, guys. So let's move over to ADA, see how things are holding up there. ADA, guys, I did move my my trend line a little bit from yesterday, guys. If yesterday, I want to be completely honest with you guys, I had a trend line here. Let me move the charts here for you guys. I had a trend line here and it was here, and then you can see that trend was broken and we went sideways. Basically, this looks bad, but honestly, in the bigger picture, this is just ADA going sideways. We moved 5 cents. Big deal. We've done that so many times now. All we're doing is kind of going sideways. And again, if we can go sideways before smart contracts are released for ADA, much like Ethereum, I'm still really bullish on ADA short term and long term, to be honest with you. ADA has a lot of fundamental and technical things happening for it that are just screaming for higher price points in the near future. There's a lot of hope for ADA to do very, very well and perform very, very well in the near future. So I'm in that camp. I'm one of those people that I think ADA is going to do extremely well here soon, especially once smart contracts are released for ADA. So this sideways action is not anything that's really concerning me right now. It's holding up a lot better than Bitcoin, much like Ethereum, because of that fact that development is right down the road for Ethereum and ADA. And once that gets released, one, for Ethereum, scarcity really kicks in, and with scarcity comes value or increased value. And same thing with ADA. Once their functionality actually gets unlocked and by smart contracts is what I mean, that's going to increase their value as well. There already has value, and we can go into that, but that's a whole nother topic, another time for another video, honestly, because it would take up a lot of time. But once the ability to actually write on top of ADA is released, it's just gonna, once the use case is there, it's gonna explode, guys. More people are using it. It's just a matter of time. You just gotta wait it out. So right now we're going sideways, much like Ethereum. We're just gonna have to see what happens with the charts. I moved it to here yesterday, as you guys can see before I moved it back earlier. I moved it to here just to kind of really get a better idea of, time went on, so I had to move the trend line. This is starting the trend line from, see, what was this, June 26th. So I don't like to leave them out too long. I think after a while they start canceling out. They no longer hold as much value in the TA side of things. But yeah, so this trend line, I moved it a little bit. We are still underneath that trend line. We're gonna have to see if that trend holds up though. Do we rally back up, hit this trend line, or are we gonna dip down further? Only time will tell, guys. But that's what I see in the charts. I hope you guys are all doing well. I hope you guys are not getting caught up in the fear and in the narrative that is, I know a lot of people say that we're going down to 10K. It's going down to 0. It's doing this. It's doing that. Really do your homework, guys. Don't overextend yourself. And if you guys actually believe in what you're investing in, it's going to be much easier to hold through these very volatile times. It is what it is. When you get into crypto, we have ups and we have downs, and we have strong ups and we have really strong downs. You got to be able to do your homework so you can better navigate emotionally what's happening within the markets. But yeah, that's what I'm seeing within the markets right now. If you guys have not clicked the like button, please consider doing so. Please consider also subbing to the channel. I'm really trying to get this channel to gain more momentum, I guess is what I'm trying to say in a nice way. I'm trying my best to provide quality content, unbiased content, raw content from just an average person who does have skin in the game but just wants to get out actual genuine thoughts on the market. So yeah, if you guys could, please like and sub to the channel. With that being said, guys, I hope you guys are doing well. God bless. Peace.